mission Clean the Driveway will officially commence. When you get a bunch of debris on the driveway and people keep driving over it, it can actually erode your asphalt faster. We've got this really cool acorn type tree right at the base of the driveway that leads to the leads up to the house. And from our shop all the way up to the house is all asphalt, and there's pine cones and acorns and pine needles and all of that. And so I've got my tools, I've got my gloves, and we're gonna get this driveway cleaned up. So we got the first section done, which was the part with the acorns, and now we're gonna make it up. If I can make it up. We're gonna go to where the pine needles are. Yeah, that needs to be cleaned up. Okay, so we just finished cleaning up the pine needles and pine cones, but look, see this crack right here? See how all this stuff is getting in here? It is extremely expensive to have an asphalt driveway. Like, the amount of money that the original owner spent to put this driveway in, which when you come to visit, you'll see how long it is. It is a long ass driveway. But see this kind of stuff, this is what erodes it. So if we don't get this part cleaned out and get some tar in there to mend it, it's just gonna continue to erode, and that's gonna crumble away and go down the hill. We don't want that. You know, we want a nice asphalt driveway for when the twins come to visit. So see all these cracks? They need to be repaired. But if you don't get all the debris off the driveway, then it just fills those cracks and it just continues to erode it. And I mean, I don't even know how much they spent on this thing, but I'm confident it's a lot of money. So this is my poor little mule. She's been having a hard time. She's pretty tattered. Yeah, someday I'll end up with a different vehicle for the mountain home, but this is our shop. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but we don't have access to it yet. The previous owners still have a bunch of stuff in there, but it'll be fun once we have access to it. Okay, so now we've got all of the stuff blown away. This is our next project. This is a storm drain that goes out and down the hill. I wonder if you can hear that. Our little ditch. There's a bunch of water running through the ditch today. It's pretty cool. Anyways, so my next step is, see all this debris? Like all this gets pushed down by the rain into the storm ditch, and then it ultimately backs up onto the driveway and it destroys the asphalt. So the goal, once all the asphalt itself is cleaned off, is to clean up all of this debris. And so once I get all the debris cleaned up, you know, that's why I have the rakes and the pitchforks and stuff. Pitchforks work great for getting rid of pine needles, by the way. Shovels, not so much. So that's why we invested in a pitchfork. So I'm going to take some time now, and I'm going to load up the back of my mule with a bunch of these pine needles and get the debris cleaned up and add them to the burn pile, because it's burning season. Yay! I've got so many burn piles from when we moved in. I've got 4 of them that need to be burned, and so I want to get the piles all loaded up and ready to go, and this is a part of it. It's kind of prepping for winter, I guess. Cleaning all this stuff up for the fall. Yeah, the adventures of owning a mountain home up in the pines. Yeah, so I'm gonna get after it. Well, that, my friend, is a flat tire in the making. Not a good sign. So truth be known, about a week ago, I came outside to take our trash cans down to the road because we're 3/4 of a mile from the road and we don't own a truck. And so we use the mule to take our trash can down. And the tire was flat. And how I discovered it was because I started driving down the hill and it was riding really weird. And I'm like, oh gosh, I need to get back up. So we got some goo and we got an air compressor and we filled it up and it was holding air until now. So, plan B, repair the flat. Here we go. Never a dull moment at the mountain house. So, the first time I've ever used this goo stuff was the first repair. And Joe said put half the bottle in there, and I definitely didn't. I only put 1/4 of the bottle in there. So, we're gonna put more in. Okay. And then I'm going to put a little air in it. Drive it around real quick to get the goo in all the holes. there's a storm drain right here. And I took a rake and I gathered up a bunch of the debris, pulled it out from the hole that's right there, and gathered it all up, and now that won't work its way down the driveway as the storms come in. And so we have 3 of these drains. And so I'm gonna work my way down the driveway to the other 2 and get a bunch of the debris loaded up into the mule, and then we'll take it on over to the burn pile. I realized as I was heading down the mountain that there was still some more debris that needed to be removed from the asphalt. So I decided to do it while I was driving the mule down the hill. It was quite fun making some progress in this way as well. I thought you might get a kick out of seeing it. Loving it! Loving it! Woo-hoo! Take your time. I have no idea how much of that you caught, but man, that was fun. I am loving it, loving it. And it looks like my tire's holding air, so the repair worked, which is good because tomorrow's trash day. Tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow's trash day. So, almost done with this driveway. Woo! Well, guys, she's pretty full. She's starting to, as I'm loading stuff up on there, she's starting to dump out the side. So we're gonna take a little adventure down to the burn pile and dump this, and then we'll come back and get the rest. So you might be asking yourself, Tasha, why do you make these videos? Why are you making these videos, Tasha? Well, mostly because we're still dealing with COVID, and I don't get to see my twins nearly as often as I would like. And the vision for the mountain house is to create a sanctuary for grieving twins. So I thought in the meantime, wouldn't it be neat if I could take you along on my adventures around the property? We have 45 acres, and you know, there's things that have to get done. And I thought that it might be cool that when you do finally come to the mountain house, the Butterfly Ranch, once it is official, yeah, that you'd be like, oh my gosh, I remember Tasha showing me that. Like my favorite tree on the property. Hi, heart tree. Filling this land with love. I love you. Right? And then back here, we're going back to the burn pile, but this is where I plan on building a bunkie, a little 10 by 10 cabin, so that if somebody wants a true backwoodsy experience, they can come back here and they'll get to stay back by the burn pile. There's gonna be an outhouse back here, and there's gonna be the burn pile, like a fire pit thing. And so, yeah, that's why. So there's one pile, and there's the other pile. So I'm gonna flip the mule around and dump it on top of that pile there. And the bunkie is gonna go up there. I'm gonna build a platform. I'm gonna have it there, and then it's gonna be able to look down over the seasonal creek that's here, and easy access to. There will be a, you know, area to burn, like a fire pit type thing. So yeah, that's why. Because I want you guys to get excited about coming once it's all built out and ready to receive twins. What were you doing, Tasha? So here at the burn pile, there's a little drain hole. And I guess during our last rain, this area floods. And so it pushed a bunch of wood into the hole. Well, it needs to not be there. So I noticed it while I was dumping the things. I thought, well, I'll put it out of the way. Silly Tasha, no gloves. Come on, girl. You know better than that. Alrighty, guys, we're off to go get the rest of the pine needles. Add them to the burn pile. And then I think we're done. I think, maybe. We'll see. Did I mention that we have mountain lions on the land? Mountain lions and bobcats. And so, as I was driving, I happened upon this guy. That is a hide of something. Probably a deer. It's the second hide I have found on the land. So yeah, I don't really like it on my road. So I pick them up and I take them to the trash. Never a dull moment at the mountain house. Ooh, can you hear that? That's the seasonal creek. She's running strong. I'm gonna turn this around, maybe you can see it. Down there, there's a little bridge. That's another one of our projects, our big projects, is to redo those stairs down to the bridge. And that, my friends, is gonna lead to the Hobbit house. Did I tell you I was gonna build a Hobbit house? Gosh, it's gonna be so cool. Just by the way, I am so excited. Anyways, I'm inspired. Okay, back to work. Well, my twins, we did it. Just finished the last dump of pine needles. Now we're getting ready to head back up to the house. This is where we started. This is where all the acorns were. Look how clean that looks. This little driveway looks so much better. Oh my goodness. Whoop. Another pine cone drop. That's alright. It's better than the 40 that were there before. Few more leaves, but they're mostly gone. A little bit of pine needles, but they're mostly gone. Oh my gosh. Looks so much better, right? I am loving it. Loving it. This is so cool. Again, not 100%, but way better. This will be great for the asphalt. Probably have to do it a couple times a year in the fall, but man alive. That was awesome. And of course, the best part of the mountain house is the view. Yep. Well, my twins, this is where I'm gonna sign off. I hope you enjoyed our little adventure at the mountain house today. And that you got to experience a little bit of the chores and so on that we have out here. Again, I can't wait. I'm super excited to get the bunkie built out and the Hobbit house. Technically, I have a couple extra rooms here now where I could host a twin or two at one time. So I'm not like completely not able to host people now. Obviously, you guys have seen that Lisa's been here, but to do, you know, bigger gatherings is, you know, I've got some work I need to do to make that happen. So in the meantime, I'm going to continue to make these videos so that you can get a feel for the mountain house experience, the butterfly ranch, and, you know, we're going to play it by ear. We're going to see how all this evolves. I'm super, super excited to share this part of my life with all of you, and can't wait till the next adventure. Make it an amazing day. Love you guys. Bye.